Why you let me go to noise? Nobody like you do, you do. Stop that noise. I be trying to multitask in this bitch. Sophia. All right, praise the Lord. Oh, this truck trying to get me. Say less. Yeah. Then you got a truck on my ass. What's going on? They trying to get me. Good, get on my back. Y'all ain't shit.
B-Boy 92Q, home of the AM click on the way at 7 o'clock. Pork chop got a swift mix on this Friday,
Sit
aka
down.
it's the weekend.
I bust heads and skulls in this motherfucker.
Now, I know you want to get into
California. Alright, y'all forgive me, y'all slacking.
too far. Now, he
Stop.
divorced his wife. Well, he told her he was getting a divorce the day after they got married. And after he went through with it 2 weeks after they got married. Now, listen to this. The husband pulled the plug apparently on his wedding night. His wife refused to do with him. You know, consummate marriage.
Was they having sex before that?
Well, she said she was tired from just everything that went on with the wedding, you know, seeing people dropping stuff off. She was tired. I believe her too.
I hear that story a lot. Like once you get married that night, you be like, boy, it's all day.
I'll catch you on
Okay.
the night. Right. But he said that, you know, he just felt like that was unacceptable. And so he filed for divorce. And she was devastated.
Oh
You
wow.
really got to watch who you married. Make sure you marry somebody who loves
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Because the first time you say no, it's like you never say yes.
Okay, Beyonce.
Come on now.
Oh wow.
That's a shout classic.
There we go.
Anyway,
Child don't have no class.
I don't know. I thought I wanted to be married, but y'all making it seem like it's not that much fun.
I can't wait to your wedding. You'll
I
be
thought I'd be a great wife, Emma. No,
Being married ain't right. Look, so it's still a fucking. It's as though you never. I don't fucking know. I've been married, so. But it ain't nothing but like the same. Like being married is like moving in together. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Everything's still the fucking same. Nothing changed.
Safari Club. Safari Club. The home of the DJ Shoe.
Only thing different is you can follow each other on your fucking tags.
And more. This and every week
That's
at
it.
Safari Club.
Uh-oh,
SafariBaltimore.com.
today.
Talk drives real change.
And if you don't get a prenup, anything that you made while y'all was in that relationship, that shit is yours, not theirs. Yo, fuck if you the only one that made it. All that, what it's cracked up to be, yeah, throw that shit away. Yeah. Yeah.
Fully charged by Chevrolet.
Do the hustle. Do the funky chicken. But whatever you do, get down to Royal Farms Chicken Palooza. Right now, get a two-piece world-famous chicken meal. White, dark, or chicken tenders with Western
Yeah.
fries.
right, y'all. I'm back.
Big Al's a law firm or Richard Klein?
Now they took your news update here on Friday. The store around
Yo, I gotta tell y'all what I watched yesterday. So, cause I was very, very, very interested in the conversation. So, I follow. I'm gonna tell y'all. So I follow this So I follow this dude on Instagram, right? Hold up. God damn it, Jam.
The Orioles are continuing their West Coast road trip. Baltimore takes the Oakland A's on tonight in Oakland. The O's comes off a series loss against the San Diego.
Damn, I should have asked him to open it. You think he would back in? I hate these bottles. Pray for me.
Experts at AutoStream Car Care Centers, AutoStreamCarCare.com.
There we go. All right, now we can get on the road. I was trying to open my bottle. But I was interested in the conversation now. So the dude that I follow on Instagram, he's supposed to be doing like supposed to be like they consider them high priestess, right? And he's supposed to be like this this teacher, right? But listen, the thing is that all right, so in the conversation went, it's hard to explain because I swear to God, when I flipped through his Instagram, it was giving off like an industry plan to push people away from God, right? So, all right. When I was looking at his Instagram, he was going into like, he was trying to holler at Sexy Red, right? But in my brain, I'm like, if you're not for, the dark side, then why are you trying to holler at Sexy Red? He even showed himself DMing the girl. So I'm like, yeah, something don't sound right. Something ain't right. I'm feeling this in my spirit. I'm like, something just ain't right. So as I'm flipping, I see him talk about Freemasonry and things like that. So he was like kind of breaking it down, the words and all that. So some of the shit I'm following him on, right? But then he go live. And when he went live with this man, this older gentleman. Now, this older man, he gotta be like, if I had to guess, he gotta be in his late 60s, right? Early 60s, he gotta be in his 60s, right? Now, the dude that I follow, he gotta be like my age. He gotta be my age. But the thing is, I kept seeing free pops. He made this song, and the song was about his father going to jail. And his father went to jail they gave him 135 years, and they said he went to jail for, speaking the truth. So I'm like, all right, I'm listening. So when he went live, he's talking to the older gentleman, but the thing was, his father is supposed to be someone in the past life, right? So his father know who he was in the past life, right? But his teachings is under his father. So when he went to this older gentleman, the older gentleman asked him, who were you in your past life? And the dude couldn't answer him. So he get to asking this older gentleman all these questions, right? But mind y'all, they reading the scriptures from the Bible, and the man is telling him, that this is who I am, right? And the person that he said he was supposed to be in the spirit of Dr. Martin Luther King, right? He said when Dr. Martin Luther King died, that his spirit jumped into another body, right? So they asked him, how did he find out? He said he found out by himself, right? Which is, don't get me wrong, it's possible that you can find out for yourself by, you know, ancestral knowledge, meditation, opening the third eye, all that shit. You can, especially when you go on like a journey or whatever, a spiritual journey. People, you know, they got this thing where, you know, so I'm listening to their conversation, and honey, when I tell y'all I was into the conversation, and I was cooking in the kitchen, I had them on my phone, and my phone was up instead of putting it on TV. I was just like, fuck it, we gonna listen right here. Bitch, when I tell y'all I was into the conversation. So the older gentleman, he has like a lot of followers where, damn, he has a lot of followers where like, he's teaching people. Hey, Yummy. So he's teaching people, and while the older guy talking, it sounded like, sit back. It kind of sounded like the dude that I follow on Instagram, which I kind of unfollowed him because I kind of felt like something wasn't right. Something is not right with this man. So he like, well, I'm telling you who I was, and if he's a teacher and he's your teacher, talking about the dude father, if he's your teacher, then why he ain't tell you or teach you who you was in a past life? So the dude asked him like, so how did you jump? How did your spirit get from Martin Luther King to who you are now? And he was like, it happened. So he like, Sophia, what the freak did I tell you? What I tell you? No. Hold on, y'all. Sit. Over here. Sit down. Don't care. I'm tired of y'all getting out your name on seatbelt. Be here too. But so y'all, I'm listening, and I'm just like, I'm following what he's saying, but I'm also following what he's saying. So what the dude was saying, all right, so the dude that I follow, he was basically saying like it's hard because like he's basically, the old guy was basically telling him from the spirit side, right? Like all that shit in the Bible don't mean shit. That's what he was telling him, right? The younger guy, he was on there like, but this is what the Bible said, and this is, and he's like, but the Bible made y'all, the Bible was written. He was like, the Bible was written from a third person, basically. It wasn't he was speaking from spirit. He wasn't speaking in the physical. Most of the things that people think about when it comes to certain things, they speak of the physical body. And the old guy like, the body don't mean shit to me. So they in the comment section talking about he smoked cigarettes, and all of a sudden now Jesus smokes cigarettes. So when they mention Jesus, when they mention Jesus, right? And I've always told y'all, from my point of view, I don't believe in Jesus. Okay? I don't. He said you do not worship Jesus, you worship Christ. It's a difference, right? So while I'm listening to him, he say Jesus was not a person. Jesus was a boat. Now listen, when he said that, he said that is what Jesus is meant in the Bible. He said Jesus was a boat. Jesus was the boat that they brought y'all on, right? That way, when y'all call on, this shit crazy. Hey, Sophia, give her fucking blanket. I'ma slap you in your face. Why do you keep taking her? Listen, I keep trying to tell you, girl, that's not a normal blanket. That's her anxiety blanket. We ain't got time for that. Your ass gonna need one when I'm done with you. You better stop. So I was listening. While I was listening to them talk, right? The younger guy, he just got madder and madder every time this older he talked. So I'm like, yo, the nigga not even understanding what he's saying. You keep asking him about some fucking where did he come from, and he's telling you in his past life he was Dr. Martin Luther King. So they started reading the Bible, they started reading scriptures from the Quran. And he was like, well, why is you reading from the Quran? And he said, because it's about you. And he was like, it ain't about me, right? And he was like, how it ain't about you? He said, they might have told you it was about me, but it ain't about me. I don't have nothing to do with the Quran. Everything that they've written is wrong. Everything. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. So he got to talking about the dude father. And the dude, he was like, your father, he's an industry plant. Listen, I swear to God, they said they gave his father 135 years for speaking the truth. 135 fucking years for speaking the truth. Right? And I said, damn, just for talking 135 years? Nigga, boy, this some fucked up shit. But he said he was trying to impersonate me, and he's an industry plan. You think that nigga on death row right now? You think that nigga on death row? Now listen, the dude that he was on the phone with, on live with, this dude was locked up too. This is the crazy thing. So both of these niggas locked up. And what did they do to Jesus? They locked that ass up. Okay? Now you gotta realize that, and I think what people forget is that when you in a shell, when your spirit is in a shell, you have to live that life out in order to, you know, go on to the next life and complete your mission, right? So he's telling the young dude, like, reincarnated, I was reincarnated. So the dude is trying to ask him, like, how was you reincarnated? So he told him, like, I wasn't born, is what he's told. Like, basically what I got, I wasn't born, is what he said. He said, I wasn't born, but when Dr. Martin Luther King got killed, his spirit jumped into me. And then he asked him how. He said, one day I was walking around. He said, one day I was walking around, I didn't know nothing. I ain't, you know, he ain't know nothing. This, that, and the third. And he was saying, like, you know, that he had went to sleep. And when he went to sleep, he was getting these dreams. And, you know, somebody came to him, right? And then when he woke up, he just started having all these visions, and, you know, just started speaking knowledge that he had nothing to know. He had no fucking recollection of, right? He had no recollection of it. So the younger dude telling him, like, you or the spirits don't do that. You gotta be born through the womb. And because from my understanding, you do have to be born through a woman. You gotta be born through the womb, right? But this is what the guy said. The guy said, well, in your Bible, didn't Mary get pregnant without having sex? I personally don't believe that shit, you know. But so they read this passage from the Bible, right? And the passage was about Satan. He asked who the fuck Satan was at that time and things like that. And the guy told him that, you know, I seen him. He said that it's a passage that speaks about something about he beheld Satan, something about, because I don't read the Bible, let me be honest, I don't read that shit, but something about Satan, and, you know, he beheld Satan and watched him fall from his throne like lightning or some shit like that. And, you know, the old guy broke it down to him, and he said, when you're reincarnated, right, this is what he's telling him. When you're reincarnated, right, you got some people who come through the womb, and then you got some people who don't go through the womb. and that is what the elites are doing, right? That's what he said. He said that's what the elites are doing. They jumping body to body. They learned it. You can't tell me they didn't learn it, right? Because what is the rituals and shit for? So he's telling him like, Sophia, I'm going to hurt you. No, you girl. I'm gonna get something for you. I'm gonna get something for you, girl. But he's telling him like, that he's seen the Pope. This is what he said about the Pope. He said in spirit. He never said in the physical. So the young guy, he's thinking that the old guy's talking in the physical, right? Meaning he stood over the Pope and he watched, right? But he told him, I never said that I seen it physically. He said that I've seen him in spirit fall from the throne like lightning. Meaning that when the Pope was reincarnated, the Pope went from where the Pope was at and ended up in New fucking York, is what he said. Right? The spirit of the Pope went to New York. But when he got to New York, when the spirit got to New York, then the spirit didn't know who the fuck he was. He never knew who he was. He didn't remember that he was the Pope. Now, imagine that you don't remember that you're the Pope and you wake up and you have absolutely nothing. That is like a fall from grace, right? Like lightning. So the young guy didn't feel him. So I'm like, it kind of sound like, you over here trying to debunk everything that he's teaching. But in the back of my mind, I'm just like, I'm listening to them two arguing. Child, they was on there arguing. I'm listening to him argue, but while I'm listening to him argue, I in the back of my head like, but ain't y'all teaching the same shit or close to the same shit? But the old guy basically answered my question when I was thinking of shit. And they're not teaching the same shit. The younger dude is teaching shit on the physical level, right? And the old guy is teaching spiritually wise within you, the higher up. You have two motherfuckers. And don't get me wrong, old guy was never on some disrespectful shit. The old guy was more so the old guy was more so telling him things like, I respect you because you seek knowledge, right? I respect you because you seek knowledge, and I respect you because, your platform, stop, Sophia, your platform is about the physical, right? The world in general. I respect you, and I'm not going to go against that, right? But what I'm teaching is more on a spiritual plane. So you can't, and this is what he's telling the young dude. He said, you can't debunk anything that I'm saying due to the fact that your teacher didn't come and tell. He said, if your father or your teacher told you that what did he say? He said, if your teacher or your father, because the nigga is under his father teaching, he said, if your father is sitting here and he's telling you who he was in the past life, why the fuck can't he tell you who the fuck you was in the past life? So he said something about the younger dude said something about some angels, right? And the dude was like, no, ain't no fucking, he said ain't no angels, because angels, when they come, they tell you who you was in the past life, which is true, right? If you very, very connected to the ethers, or you connected by spirit, or you're a chosen one, right? And you can connect to your archangels and shit, like if you can connect to them, right, and stay connected, they will come and tell you who you were in the past life, right? Truth be told, okay, let's keep it real. Truth be told, you can go out and figure that shit out yourself, because the old guy said he figured it out himself, and something came and told him in his dream state who he was in the past life. past life wise, you got to do some digging, right? But karmic wise and figuring out what you did in your past life to have the life that you got now, brother, you can figure it out. There's a way to you listen. Got to do some digging, but you can it can be figured out. I figured out what my karmic was in a past life. That don't mean that I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I'm a prophet and all of that." Do I understand the power that I harness? Absolutely. Can I predict the future? Fuck yeah. I've done it multiple times. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna sit here and debunk niggas." What I can say is the dude that I was watching yesterday, I'm gonna watch him, but I feel like he got a lot of explaining to do. You know, he got a lot of, because I don't. It's like one dude was going off of research, and then the other dude, the young dude, going off of scientific research, right? He going off of what he read in the Bible, okay? He's going off of what he read in the Bible, what he read in the Quran, and they tell you, right? This is what they say. You gotta read all the books in order to why? Why do you gotta read all those books? Sit down. Hold on, y'all. No. Nothing. But I was like in my head I'm like, well, why the fuck do we gotta read the Old Testament, we gotta read the New Testament, we gotta read the Quran? Why the fuck do we need to read all that? So to do what exactly? And then don't nobody never answer my fucking question. But but then, listen, they got to talking about Christianity. Oh, baby, the old guy broke it down. This young nigga was so mad. He was so mad because the old guy was telling him, like, Christianity? Ain't no fucking Christianity. He said, Christianity, sit down, Aries. He said, Christianity ain't nothing but paganism, right? To lure y'all in. He said, back then, they didn't want nobody worshiping, Christ, God. They didn't want nobody worshiping that shit. So what they did was they banned it and they was killing people. But the dude who actually is in charge of the Masons, right? Who considered himself, they consider him the Antichrist now. Okay. Which is common sense for me. I would say it's common sense. It makes sense. Like, they didn't want y'all worshiping it, but when they found out the power behind it, what the symbols and shit mean, now you want to take it, say you Jesus Christ, and have all the Christians come out, or the people that was worshiping God or whatever, come out of the closet, come face front. Then you gave them all these fucking holidays to celebrate, right? Most of the holidays that you celebrate ain't nothing but rituals. Let's be honest. Nothing but rituals. And I understand it. When you really think about it, that's what it is. Now, my thing is, I've changed my traditions up, but I personally feel like what I grew up on, I don't want my children to grow up without it. So I feel like, yeah, we always, because again, we always born, sit down, Aries. We always born in a world of sin, right? We all know that, right? But the best thing you can do is become aware that this is what you were born in. Because that's what we was born. We was born into the world of sin. But growing up, we didn't know what these holidays was. We were just celebrating them bitches. Bitch, we was happy as shit to get these gifts. Get candy on Halloween and go dress up. Right? We was popping shit for that. But being older now, I look at it like, okay, I've done some digging. Okay, I've done my own research. And some of the holidays I don't even celebrate. I don't even understand why the fuck y'all celebrate certain shit. St. Patrick's Day means absolutely nothing to me. Right? When I was growing up, do y'all know the fuck I thought St. Patrick's Day was? Nigga, I thought we was celebrating the Lucky Charm, man. No bullshit. What the hell? Sophia, keep fucking with her. Keep on. Y'all about to go in your room. But yeah, I thought we were celebrating the Lucky Charm, man. Or leprechauns or some shit. No bullshit. I did. I thought that's what we were celebrating. What? That's why your ass can't go where you want to go now, motherfucker. What's up, girl? Girl, get off my head. God damn you, children. We about to fight.
Here, Mom.
Sophia, God damn it. Look, they ain't sleep today. They irking my nerves. Hold on, Aries. Where is you going at? Girl, you ain't even let me park. You didn't even let me park. You didn't let me park. Get off of that. No. Sophia, stop. Look, y'all, she getting on my nerves. You cannot have coffee. Sorry. Move over. Because I got to pack my bag up. I ain't got time for your shit this morning. Girl, you got an attitude. You need to fix that shit. Give her a blanket. Fuck is you holding on to it for? Give me a shoe. Whip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new. What? Before I ever trap you. But yo, I was listening to that shit. They was going back and forth. It's basically like, I do believe like one of them is pushing people away from the light, and then the other one is kind of, because I don't understand, if y'all both is doing teaching, why y'all can't put your brains together and teach it together? Why y'all gotta go against each other is something I'm not understanding. Then when the live ended, the young dude gonna go on his platform and get to running his fucking mouth about the old guy. And I'm just like, I don't understand. And then the old guy, he had this I guess it was his wife or whatever in the background. And she was telling his ass like, yo, just hang up on him, because what he's trying to do is try to make you out to be a liar. So let me tell y'all, the younger dude was like on some shit that I be on. So if I ain't talking to you, you mind your fucking business. That's how I be feeling. So, Sophia, why you got my top? My top. Thank you. I'm mad they ain't had my coffee shot this morning. Alright, so listen, y'all. I'm ready to get off of here. What time is it? 7:30. Damn. You need your hair done. Ha. Y'all, they went swimming the other day. I gotta do hair. Look at them. And they've been eating. Ha 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 ha. He he. Dee 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 dee. Ha 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 ha. Girl, where you going? Here. Alright. Yo, I'm gonna talk to y'all later.
Bye bye. Bye.
Say deuces. Do so. Y'all, my glasses.
Whoa, Mom. Whoa.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.